Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. And what have we here but more Korngold? This time we're getting into the hot and heavy film music stuff. These are mostly Varese Saraband recordings. Varese, I don't know why I said that. Varese Saraband. I don't know why they called it that. Anyway, it's a fabulous label. Has all kinds of cool stuff. You know, Robert Townsend was the guy who ran it, and it was amazing. He knew everything there was to know. And we have the classic, produced by George Korngold, Kempe recording of the Korngold Symphony, which has a couple of cuts in it, if I'm not mistaken. But it's still a beautiful performance. And oh my goodness, yes, the ultimate Kempe was a chord guy, and he was fabulous in music that was based on luscious timbre and sonority. And this is really still a splendid performance if it didn't have those little cutlets. I think in the scherzo there's a couple of them, but you know, I didn't miss it terribly. And this was the only version of this. I mean, when this came out, everybody was sort of like, oh, Korngold wrote a symphony? You know, what did he know? And this was recorded in 1972. So, you know, I mean, it's really, then it turned out to be a masterpiece. It's a fabulous symphony. It really is. And this was a earth-shattering event. Not. But it should have been. I mean, it's really nice to have. But now we get movie scores. Oh, luscious, wonderful movie scores. Anthony Adverse. This is with the Berlin Radio Symphony Orchestra, conducted by somebody who I can't see because this is so, oh, there we go, John Scott, because it's like in script, gray on gray. Why do they do that? So we have Anthony Adverse, and there's a lot of like juicy music. I mean, you know, Korngold wrote his scores to be heard as continuous music. You know, they work that way. He designed the cues to sort of fit together. I mean, so you've got huge chunks of music here. I mean, this is only 7 tracks, but you've got 11 minutes, 10 minutes, 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 11 minutes, and 16 minutes of continuous music. Really, absolutely wonderful to listen to that way. It really is. This was recorded in 1990. These are fabulous recordings. They really are. So there's that one. And then we've got the complete score, The Private Lives of Elizabeth and Essex. This is with what's her name? Betty Davis. Yeah, Betty Davis and Errol Flynn and those people. It's divided up, the whole score. They worked it up into 6 different orchestral suites. Again, that play. I mean, there's a lot of music in this opera. Oh, it's so much opera. I mean, Korngold called his film scores, you know, operas without singing, basically. And that's what this is. It's a wonderful score. I remember seeing the movie when I was in like grammar school. There was something on Channel 7 in the New York metropolitan area called the 4:30 movie. And it was on in the afternoons at 4:30. And they showed this thing. And I was always into like history, even when I was a little kid. And so I was watching it. They only showed about 2/3 of the movie because it was the 4:30 movie. It had to be over by 6. So they ended it with Betty Davis signing, you know, the warrant of Essex's execution. And then that's where it stopped because they time ran out. They used to do it in those days. But, oh, it's a classic. It was fun. The music was, I remember the music. Even on my little old, I don't know if it was a black and white TV back then. You know, it really was memorable. Just got me. Then we have Robin Hood, the Utah Symphony under Varujan Kohan. Oh, Kojian. Yeah, Kojian. Who's conducting this thing? Does it even tell us? World premiere recording of the complete score with oh, it's got to be here somewhere. Orchestra coordinator and all these people. And oh, here it is, the Munich Symphony, pardon me, under Carl Davis, the amazing Carl Davis. So there you go, another classic film guy. I remember when this came out. Oh, yes, we all snagged it up because it was really good sound. And classic score. Of course, the whole thing's been recorded a few times now. But it is absolutely one of Korngold's total classic thingies, with the March of Robin Hood and his merry men, and doing all that stuff. The Seahawk. Oh, I love the Seahawk. The Seahawk is just totally cool. These adventure things. This is also Utah with Varud and Kojin, and it was produced by George Korngold, the composer's son. And so here it is, most of it. Really amazing, amazing score. And then, let's see, King's Row. Oh, King's Row is the one with Ronald Reagan. There he is. There's Ronald Reagan. He gets shot in this thing. Korngold, this is Charles Gerhardt conducting with the National Symphony. It's also produced by George Korngold. Reagan, Korngold, who am I talking about? Not Reagan. Forget Reagan. Korngold thought that from the title that it was one of those, medieval pageant things. And so he wrote the title theme as a medieval pageant thing, which is why it has that da 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 ya da da. Oh, it's wonderful. So there's that. And then last but certainly not least, this John Mauceri recording. Oh, this is fabulous. You've got the Between Two Worlds suite, 30 minutes of Between Two Worlds music that he put together from the soundtrack, which is absolutely wonderful. Then you've got his Symphonic Serenade, which is for strings. He wrote it for the Vienna Philharmonic after the war, and they, of course, made hash of it. And the Theme and Variations, Opus 42. Wow, yes. And Alexander Frey is the pianist. He did the Korngold piano sonatas, or started to do the complete Korngold piano music, not the sonatas. It was that other disc we did in the last video on Profil, I think it was. Hensler, the edition Gunter Hensler, which had these children's pieces and Don Quixote suite and this other stuff. It was really kind of cool. Anyway, there it is. A wonderful Entartete Musik release that's out of print, like everything on that excellent series that we wish we could still see. So that's a pile of Korngold movie stuff. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.